good morning for you again later because I just forget to switch on my mic. So good morning for you, beautiful day for you, all right? A profitable day to you, and I wish all the best. You're free in whatever going to be today is the best for you. So you need to think that maybe this is your last day, that tomorrow you never have chance to live again. So be the best day for your life, be the best day for your surrounding, be the best day for anyone that you already met. Make sure then maybe that's the last conversation with them. That's the best thing that they ever had in their life. Put the good memory every day, right? Either for yourself or for your other people's. All right, so good morning. So I can't wait to start this morning. We have like 30 minutes as usual, so thank you so much guys for keeping me warming up. So what I mean by that, you always support whatever I'm doing. You always support either in English or Malay. That's really make me really thankful, right? Make me really feel that grateful that I have you basically on my back. All right, so supporting what I'm doing, supporting that what I'm supposed contributing to other people, then you a major part of this so-called I don't know what it's called, maybe it's called war, right? This kind of war to become better, war to become great, war to become a beautiful world and beautiful people that you are, and become more beautiful in the futures. All right, so very good morning. All right, I'm about to open the chart now, so hopefully you have time to focus on the our trading sessions today. And today is quite I think today is the good day, because yesterday I did send email in Malay to some of my subscriber, around 15,000, that I give them my positions for gold that I've been floating for like 1 week, and right now I still have a buy position. So I asked them, what's your thought, right? What's your thought on these specific matters, right? So that why I'm saying that, because that's really important, that you to become a realistic. So I think this is a good example, and suddenly I don't know why this morning I'm open. This book is a Ray Dalio book. It's based on the principle. I think this is a good book. I think I recommend you to have this one as well. So this is the book, right? The Ray Dalio books, and this is and the first chapter. Really funny, because I thought about this thing yesterday, because one of my students asked me, what should I do now? I have a low margin. Is it I'm going to stop out from my account? And then I advise a few things, but that's really important to make no decision for other people, that you own your own decision, because from the decision, either bad or wrong, you are learning from these decisions, right? So the first I want to share you that really make me excited, that the first one, he said embrace reality and deal with it. All right, embrace reality and deal with it. And the first one, be a hyper realist. That's really interesting, that he said that understanding, accepting, and working with reality is both practical and beautiful, right? Practical, beautiful. Understanding, accepting, and working with reality is both practical and beautiful. And the formula is dreams plus reality plus determination equal to a successful life, right? So, and he said that I have become so much of hyper realist, that I've learned to appreciate the beauty of all realities, even harsh one, and have come to despise impractical idealisms, right? So another thing that I think I can take this one, and I really love this quote, that is say that don't get me wrong, I believe in making dream happen. To me, there's nothing better in life than doing that. The pursuit of dreams is what gives life its flavor. My point is that people who create great things are not idle dreamers. They are totally grounded in reality. Being hyper realistic will help you choose your dream wisely and then achieve them. All right, that's really important. And I want to finish this with the the other quote that I relive from this, the converse is also true. All right, you remember this. The idealists who are not well grounded in reality create problem, not progress. All right, the idealists who are not well grounded in reality create problem, not progress. Okay, so I think this is the important part of the book. Raymond Dalio is a multi-billionaire investor since many years ago. Is one of the mentors for Tony Robbins itself. I think you need to also study his work life through his book that already on the market right this year. All right, so what I'm saying is that really important that you also to be a hyper realist, right? Hyper realistic based on what you are doing now, because yesterday position is about either you want to cut loss, either you want to have faith on the setup you have because of your experience before, or either you going to keep buying and expect it going to stop out as well, or also you have options that you can make more deposit or top up account, right? That's everything. That's what I'm blasting to. I already blasted email to my 15,000 followers. That 2,000 of them open email, and it's really beautiful as well. To read their comment yesterday, and that's I wonder how people deal with life. It's not merely focused on the forex trading itself, but it also reflects in other angle or other spectrums in your life. That's how you do anything, is how you do everything, right? So that's really astounded, astonish me a little bit as well, and then make me smile, then make me wonder that the key of the thing is to be hyper-realistic. That's why I said this morning topic should be in the basic of the risk management, right? So basic of the risk management, right? So right, Warren Buffett said that you need to have a mind that don't lose your capital, right? Don't lose your capital. And number two, the second rule is that remember the second rule, that saying that remember the first rule, don't lose your capital. So this is the kind of a mindset that you need to put in such an effort as well, because you're not used to it. You need an effort to become hyper realistic. So that's really, I can say it's bugging me, but somehow it's really something that I really love to ponder and talk about it, right? So it's something that I ponder and talk about it. That's really beautiful, right? I just share with you yesterday what happened to me and between some of students, and also with the community itself, and the response from who followed me. And good news, I'm going to launch maybe next month in English email subscription as well, and a book written in English, so can help you trading a lot, right? So good day, guys, and are you ready to start? So let's start now, and inshallah we have a good session this morning. Hopefully that's going to help you on forex trading. All right. Alright, so welcome back. So let's start. So any pairs in your mind that we can use as example for this morning sessions? Any pair that you have in mind, any pair that you have in mind that we're going to discuss this morning discussions? All right, because that's really important. We have a very specific case study and resonate with the currency that you are facing and you used to it, right? So Diego said philosophy and trading. Yes, it's a philosophy. All right, it's a philosophy. PJ said, how about US oil? US oil is, for me, is too slow for me, but we can discuss on the US oil. So it should be okay. That should be okay as well. No worries. We just need a particular example, that's all. All right, so as long as you have another price in mind, so I give you a few minutes, or no, a few seconds, I guess. Minutes is too long. All right, AUD USD, all right. That's mean AUD stronger. We have a news on Aussie this morning, right? At 9:30, I guess. No, oh, okay. Most of you like the Asians pair because maybe this is Asians, right? This morning. Good one. All right, good one. So let's do this, right? So we're focusing on the first one is USD oil, and the second one is AUD USD, and the third one is NZ USD. All right, so we look on AUD AUSD first because the news is coming in the next few minutes. All right, on the daily basis, you can see this is the trend line that already support the previous low that they tried to break, and suddenly it's left with the wick or the tail or the needles on this. That means it's not clearly break because the break is different. The break definitions is the candlestick close price is much below the support resistance. Basically, it's retest the low. And let's see what's gonna happen. This is a baby flat that has been most probably that is not coming down right now. All right, so let's look on the monthly first, right? So this is the MA mirror. You know that there's a mirror facing each other, so we always respect bigger time frame. So this is the bigger time frames, and you can see this. Both of the ME also work. This is totally sideways. You can see this sideways up and down between the monthly. That's mean the monthly going to break out soon. So this is how many tests? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests. So maybe in 3 months or 4 months, they're going to have a huge break. And in this case, for the month, it's still a sideways. For the monthly itself, I can say it's already in the zone of the MA mirror. Low. That means that you are engaging in monthly time frame for buy positions, weekly time frame for buy positions, and this is the daily. So basically daily is testing the MA low below, and this is happening now. And in this case, if we understand for the situations on the monthly itself is a sideways, then weekly is MA mirror that facing each other. Daily is touching the weekly area, so that's mean we can focus on the bounce or the first bounce of the trend, right? So look on the H4 carefully to understand either we can go for a buy position, so we can active the major trend trading here, minor trend trading here, and then we look, it's only 45 is not enough to activate the time frame. You can see this is BB is squeezing, so Bollinger Band is squeezing, so that's mean Bollinger Band is squeezing. That also will give extra power to H4. Then I think the price will go down a little bit down, and we can focus on the sell in the shorter term, but buy position is in longer term. So in this case, I believe the price will go down and up, right? Will go down and up. That's my thought, right? That's my thought. Like looks on this close price on this. This is only 37 pips. For the minor trend trading to against the major trend, we need a minimum 100 pips on the H1 and the H4. So literally you can say this is not a full checklist in order to have a buy positions, but you can rely, because we have a understanding that we always respect bigger time frame, right? We always respect bigger time frame. Then I will go for the buy position this morning based on Aussie dollar. All right, Aussie dollar. So my position is to go for the Aussie dollar, so I will have a buy positions here, right? This is my sell limits, but it's not activated yet. Yeah, last week, so I have a buy position with 0.02, that's mean 20 cents. All right, the one thing that you need to really carefully look on your volume, right? Look on volume. What I mean by volume, that this is the volume part, right? You don't literally have assumption that 0.02 equal to 20 cents, right? Or equal to 2 cents. It doesn't mean like that, because some broker 0.02 also equal $2. So you need to check with your broker. Yesterday, I had one of the account that showed to me, he has only, let's say, 5 cents and 5 cents for the entry. He said that, right? But when I check on the movement of the pips, then I can see that is literally $1. That means 50 cents. So, all right, you see the price is coming down. Why? Because it's not finished yet on the, all right, not finished yet on the 100 pips. So you are going to have a buy positions again, right? Buy position. This is a sell positions. You know about this earlier before I have made entry. All right, so coach, why you made entry on a buy position? Because I always respect bigger time frame. It's a news time. All right, this is which good. So let's see on the H4 how many pips here. So wait a minute. So we already have 90 pip, almost there. Then I'm going to execute for buy positions. All right, this is a news that give the AUD a little bit weak. I don't know about the news result, but it give the AUD USD a little bit weak, right? So I don't mind, because I'm going to execute my buy positions based on the H4. All right, just wait a few minutes. All right, let's see the price. All right, I'm going to execute one more buy positions here. All right. Right, I'm going to execute one more buy positions here, and then we see how it goes. I think the price we're going to test low on the weekly, and this is the best positions if you want to take position. I'm a little bit risking my positions, but I don't mind, because I always respect bigger time frame, right? I always respect bigger time frame. So if you have mid sell position, it's fair enough, it's good for you. But for me, I'm still on the buying mode, so it just dropped like 45 pips, right? 45 pips, and see how it goes. All right, so let's see how it goes. I want to give you some example. We have a good example this morning for AUD CHF, because it's a huge drop. So I can give you an example that for AUD CHF as well, because we're going to take this opportunity. All right, you can see my USD CHF now is in a net profit, right? Because I have a net profit right now. It's sell positions. I already made like 60 pips, and I have a floating around 30 pips. So this is you can close this one. You can close this post, because this is one of the way that we manage the trading, right? Manage the trading. If you are not sure, or you want to create an empty space in your mind, then you just can kill the positions and take the profit, so you can release margin and then make profit more out of it, right? So I'm going to take my profit, and I'm going to kill that positions, right? Then I have net profit, then I have more margin to entry for another pass, right? And also the same goes to my AUD NZD, right? Same goes to my AUD USD. You can see I already also net profit here. So I made my sell positions here. So I just made like 60 pips. And now the floating is like 40 pips. So I have a net profit on AUD NZD as well. But a little bit late, because I just started, the funny part that I just started to wait for it and explain to you, and suddenly it's floating at the negative positions, but should be okay, right? I'm gonna wait for a little while, maybe I'm gonna kill this position, should be okay. So I'm not in a rush. That's why that's really important in forex trading, that you to understand you are doing, become hyper realistic, right? Be hyper realist, right? Hyper realist. So in this case, I just made this morning like $3 from the net profit. So literally I can kill these AUD and ZD positions because it's already made me you know, I just lost like 30 cents right now, so it should be okay. All right, for me, I decided that I'm gonna kill this position both because I want to release more of my margins based on the trading. All right, based on trading. So I have a net this morning just $1.2, right? $1.2. So what happened to what is this? The flies, right? All right. All right, I want to close my other position because it's already net profit. I have a few accounts. I'm sorry, I'm gonna show you because I keep closing on my phone. All right, I'm raising my margins and we're gonna have, it's fun, right? It's fun because we have this position with us and we are releasing our position because we understand that what we are doing. Oh, I got a net profit in a few account this morning. That's really made my day. I'm really loving it. All right. All right, so let's start again. I'm sorry, I'm taking my time to close my positions. All right, so I hope you understand that the live trading that we are facing, maybe you have a floating position before, then you got net profit, then you can make decision, okay, kill them all, right? Kill them all. But I believe the USD will be weaker a little bit, and before you continue for the uptrend, right? Before you continue, it's really important to have patience and you have a good money management, right? That's really important. You have patience and have good money management, right? So what happened to my positions? So look, right now it's kind of like 50-50. So this is the same thing you can do. If I have my position right now, I'm floating about 50 pips. But if the price is go like this, around this 20 pips, so I have enough profit to kill the positions, right? Kill the positions. All right. For me, I still have my another bullet around here for buy position, buy limit here. That's how you handle the trading, right? You said, Fabian said, you said about the volatility. Does the news bring the good opportunity to trade or better wait for the movements? Right. I don't care. I don't give a much focus on the news. I'm based on my technical trading. As you can see, I just enter buy position instead of the sell position. Even I know the major downtrend, the major trend is a sell position, but somehow I believe on the technical part and know what I'm doing. Become a hyper realist, right? So what I mean by that, you need to understand what is your position. You make decision based on your decisions, and you need to have anticipation the outcome that you will get, either loss or profit. That's all. Loss or profit. So I'm merely focused on the technical chart. I don't wait for news. I said volatility because the forex markets is volatility. Yes, it's because of the news and the economic agenda or economic supply and demand, and that's why the floating on the forex trading, as long you not float on the area of weekly and monthly time frame, I mean you don't against the major trend on monthly, weekly time frame, it should be okay for the volatility trend trading. All right, so you got me, you follow me. If you have any questions, then you can ask the questions. All right, so I just closed my position. That's really make me happy today, right? Yes, focus on the zone. You're absolutely right. Focus on the zone. Some of the traders said, coach, which one to focus first is depend on what the style of your trading. If you are following me, I'm focused on the technical first compared to the news, right? Some traders that they are focused on the news and followed by technical. I'm focusing on the technical first, and then if technical is not same directions with the news, I'm focused on the technical. If the news support my technical, I will give higher risk in management, higher risk in trading management. Yes, focus on the zone, focus on the zone itself. All right, you can see this is my positions right now. This is a live positions, so I have a buy limit there. You can see the Bollinger Band is break. What I mean break is already, this pointed up and it's pointing down. So you can see this is the low that they try to retest. And for me personally, that the price is try to have a positions on the monthly MA mirror. So you need to understand this may float to this area. So coach, why you don't sell first? If you can see this is coming earlier. I'm focusing on what I'm focusing. I'm focusing on one way of trading, not two ways. I mean I don't go for the buy and sell, because that's really need experience. If I show you that I sell and buy, then maybe you cannot comprehend what I've been teaching you, because that's need not only dedication but understanding based on experience and know what you are doing, right? Know what you're doing, right? You got me? All right, so let's go. Let's do for the New Zealand USD, because someone just asked before we start. All right, so NZD USD. So what's my position? It's already floating. It's already floating. I have my position, my buy position. Okay, why this is a buy positions? So you can look on this. This is the price is 50 pips, so daily zoned. All right, so this is a week monthly zone for the buy positions. So I'm gonna have another buy position for NZD USD. That should be okay for me, because I just closed 4 positions equal to 80 cents based on 2 pairs. All right, so I'm gonna have a buy position here. Right, that's my position for NZD USD. NZD USD, there some of the opinion from the expert. I don't know how to determine the expert, but the expert I'm referring to that from the internet, from the broker itself. They said NZD and AUD is like sibling, is like a close friend. So that means if the dollar weaken, the Aussie weaken, and then the New Zealand dollar also weaken, right? So obviously you can see this is the almost the same movement based on the dollar Aussie and the dollar Kiwi, right? Right, dollar Kiwi. So that should be okay. So why I'm showing you this? Because you need to understand in forex trading is not about the perfections, right? The forex trading is not about the perfection. What I mean by that, the perfections is mean that you want to win all the time. If you have a mindset that you must win all the time, then you don't want to accept loss, then you might have a little bit big, not a little bit, you maybe have a bigger problem. Because forex, you need to understand profit is a must and loss also is a must. That's why you need to understand the game in forex trading is the survival between the loss and the win. And apparently you get more winning compared to losses, right? Compared to losses. That's how the game works. Because some of the most of the traders that I've met in online and also offline, especially they came to my workshops. So most of them, from my understanding, that fear of loss, fear of losing capital, right? Fear losing in capitals is a normal and common. That's why people keep loss. Fear of losing is number one fear based on the psychology research. All right, in psychology, fear of lose. The first one is fear of losing. All right, the second one is fear of not get good, fear of never get enough, and the third one is the fear is never make it, never get it, never understand, never reach. So fear of loss, fear of not good enough, fear of never. All right, so this is a third ranking. So I got this from the Tony Robbins seminar. He learned from the psychologist that said that fear of losing. So that's why we are tendency, we have the, you know, and I don't know what the risk, maybe uncompletely thinking based on the risk management. Why? Because we have fear of losing. So it's kind of interceptions between the intelligence and the emotions part. So emotions taking over, then you have low focus on your analytic, then the sequence after that you end up making wrong decisions, right? Yeah, you must let our ego out of trick. Yes, because ego is really play important roles, right? So look on this. So this is I already made buy position. So that's why the first part that you have, let's say you think you have a wrong, or you have cluttered mind, you don't know how to think, or you get blurred. Save your money first, then when it becomes net profit, just take the profit. And the second one is, let's say the price is huge drop, pump below, and then just cut loss. Especially you have profit maybe yesterday or last week or last month, then you focus on averaging. That means you have a mindset that, okay, I still make $500, so why don't I just kill $100, so I just made $400. That's how to think, right? That's how to think, right? Understand? So you have any questions? I'm going to answer for you as well. If you have any question, we can discuss more and more about this. Should be okay. So this is the key games. I think the turnkey as well for the forex trading, that you need to have a realistic mind. So what is the realistic mind? You need to understand that just follow the advice from the Warren Buffett, I guess. That's the one that we can follow in our circle of concern, because we knew about him from various touch points, from the papers, all right, from the YouTube, from the people keep sharing and keep quoting him. Then we can learn something on based on that don't lose your capital. So you have a mindset that don't lose your capital. I think you can survive the game. Do whatever it takes. Don't lose your capital. That's the key mindset, the first key mindset first. All right, I'm going to share with you time to time. That's how the key mindset first. So how could you manage bigger account with having a lot small positions? I don't understand your question, Diego. So how you could manage bigger account? Because you need to understand, if you have 10,000 USD, then you use $1, right? $1. So $1 is equal to $1, one post, then you can use $10. So basically I'm going to execute $1 per post. This account is almost 5,000. I just use not more than 50 cents per post, but I choosing to put on 20 cent. If you said okay, let me show you something, right? Let me show you something. From this, all right, let me show you something, right? I think you need to have a mindset of how to do the good trick, right? So you look on this. This is a last week position, and you said to me that I have a small lot trading, so you think that is not make you somehow good trade. I don't know what is your mind, but I just made last week is $400 based on 20 cents. because I don't put on $100. I don't give focus on 20 cent per post, but you need to understand, if you look carefully in my chart, I have 20 cent, but I have several posts. That means if I have 5 posts equal $1, and I trade like 7 to 8 pairs, so you need to understand I'm running few dollars in one account, right? Few dollars in account. Why I'm putting the small lot position? Because I want to play around with the zone based on segment entry zone on the single time frame, and I want to play around with the entry zone for the monthly time frame. This is how I manage my risk. This is one type of strategy trading. All right, so I do not understand enough your question or where you're coming from, but this is the best I can explain to you. Hope you understand something from these explanations, right? I give you another example based on gold positions, right? So you can see this is my gold positions. I have net profit yesterday, I guess, but I don't close it because I want to still focus. You can see this is how much money I used. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is $1.60 total positions. All right, so maybe you ask me why I don't put like just $1 $2, because I need to understand the market has zone, like Fabian said, and has range. All right, but if let's say I have a floating position here and I want to kill the position, I still in net profit because I just made $400 last week. All right, $400 last week. So it doesn't mean you have small lot positions then you make less money, but it's kind of money management, risk management trading, and understand how to use it, because I'm focusing on the basic multi-angle technique based on segment entry zone 1 and segment entry zone, and how to define the net profit based on your current positions. All right, based on current position. All right, so that's it for this morning. But if you have any questions, you can still give me some questions. I would really love to answer your questions. So please ask me any questions that you might want to ask me. All right, want to ask me. All right, so give them a moment. I want to emphasize again. Yes, last week I'm focusing on the one of the things that I'm focusing is on the broker itself. You need a broker, a multi-broker, like Fabian said that he already used the FBS in Brazil and so said in Indonesia. So I think you need to consider to have a look on this account as well. Right, this is my trading. All right, this is my trading. Okay, so you can see I'm live here. So Daigo, so it's better to use many positions instead of one. Yes, Daigo. That's how we trade. We have a few style of trading. This is one of style you need to master. And then I want you to click this link below to find of the broker I've used and support channel. All right, so you click here. So do this with me. So you click here and have a look. All right, and have a look. All right, have a look. Especially you in the Asia region and understand Malay, and even Fabians and Daigo also have a look. This is one of the broker that you can rely on. If you don't understand, you can change this to English as well. It has a different language, and like this you can change to English, and then you understand what the account that you can open, and micro, zero spread. I think you need to start, maybe you just open the free account first and get the bonus to start. Right, get the bonus, because I'm going to start this as well, and I'm going to start with you. So try to get used with the broker, because this is one of the broker, in my opinion, I can see have more deposit and withdrawal options, and support is quite fast. It gets has a 100% deposit bonus, and also have fast connections, and you have a different account. I think this is a good one as well. I'm going to show you a few broker. This is one of broker, because if you are following me, that you need to understand I'm using a different broker. So why brokers is important? Because broker, you need the first thing that you need to put your asset, or so-called your investment, put on different basket, because broker is a broker. That means broker is a company that may close down due to properly managed cash flows, so on. Or this is a common problem in business, so it might go on wrong in the mismanagement or something. Might be happen, and this is the first one. Second one, that I would love you have to use the same broker as I'm using. Why? It's simple. If you are using the same broker I am using, I have a different broker, then we have the same directions. Why I'm saying the same direction? Because different broker may give different hash 4 candlestick and give a different range and experience of trading. So if you are really to focus with me, then you need to consider a broker that I'm using. So for my return, if you are using the broker, that the broker will sponsor the seminars, right? So we can meet together, so I don't have to spend money, less money to spend, and you also less money to spend, then we can enjoy the benefits, right? Okay, I'm going to answer Fabian questions. How to build confidence when you have any type of that fear that you told? That's really good questions. All right, that's really questions. So how I build confidence when I have any type of that fear that I already told earlier. All right, so how to answer that, right? All right, I'm going to answer that next time, because it's literally need more time to explain. But if in this moment I can share with you, you need to get used to it. And you need to understand deeply what you are doing and the consequences. All right, understand what deeply you're doing, especially on the consequences. The consequences, such as you need to anticipate the outcome or consequences. So what I mean by that, let's say if you are trading and you're losing your capital. So what do you feel when you already lost your capital? Right, so you need to deal with it before it happens. And what will you feel if you get win positions? So you need to get used to control your emotions, to master your emotions, to control your mindset, to master your mindset in order to achieve so-called, get used with the 3 fears that happening to us. Fear of losing, fear of not good enough, fear of never get it, right? So I'm going to share you time by time, no worries. I'm going to share tomorrow, especially. That's a good question, because it's common problem with the traders, and you need to understand that 80% proportions for the successful forex trader is the psychology and management, and 30% on technique. So we need to talk more on the 80% part, because if you are focusing on the 100% on the technique itself, you never get past the exam, right? Let's say you're in exam, so you focus on 20%, never get past the exam. You already say I failed, right? You're in fail grade. So we need to focus more also on psychology and management. I'm going to share you. I just started on psychology and management. So obviously, Daigo said, oh, so it's better to use many positions instead of one. Then one of the breakthrough that you had, right? Okay, you had. So Fabian also realized, okay, we must let ego out of trade. So that's the breakthrough we had. This is contained in the 80% of trading and psychology, right? So thank you so much, guys. So I'm going to share with you later with the tomorrow session, and I will show you my live trade every day and how we deal with it. Basically, why I keep my floating is again and again. Day by day, just for the learning purpose. I have another option that I can just kill and get a better trading position, but I'm more on to try to help you to understand how to deal with the daily forex market that maybe uncertainty happening in your daily trading. All right, so thank you so much. So see you around and see you tomorrow, and thank you so much. So please hit like and visit the broker that I told you. That's really important for us to understand the ecosystems and to support the ecosystem that we benefit to mutually to both of us. All right, thank you so much. So see you tomorrow.
What?